I think it's time we all break up with the I'm fine syndrome. The answer that we give to how are you or how you been, and we always say, I'm fine. In our fast-paced society and the stress-filled lives we lead, it's become the most instinctive way to respond to this question of how we are when someone asks what's going on or they haven't seen us in a while. Whether it's to avoid burdening others with information that we just don't have time to share or don't want to share with them, or to maintain this facade of strength, this automatic response can have a profound negative impact on our mind, body, and spirit. And I'm going to explain this why we shouldn't be saying, I'm fine. We need some other way to answer this question because it's really doing some dishonest work within ourselves. And it's introducing a vulnerability to our health that we need to address. So the first way that this happens, whenever you say, I'm fine, is more than likely you are suppressing emotions. And we're not necessarily saying explain all your true emotions and your deep dark secrets in a 5-minute grocery store aisle pass with someone you haven't seen in a while, but you're denying yourself the opportunity to process and heal, especially from strong negative emotions like anger and frustration, irritation, aggravation. Bottling up these emotions can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. The unresolved emotional burden that weighs on our mind most of the time and keeps us up all night creates that mental strain, and it affects our overall well-being. So again, I'm not saying, go into all this when you see someone, but recognizing that when you say, I'm fine, you're basically telling your mind and body that what they're feeling isn't important. And if you aren't also working on those emotions that you're not necessarily expressing in that short conversation with someone, hopefully you are finding another outlet to get them processed. Now, the other way that this hurts, using the I'm fine response, is it strains our relationships. So it can become a shield that comes between us and a loved one or us and a friend. By masking our true feelings, we're creating barriers to genuine connection and understanding between two people. Others may feel helpless or disconnected from us. They're unaware of the struggles we're facing. There's a lack of authentic communication that can erode trust and intimacy. And ultimately, it impacts our emotional support network so that when you do need to rely on people, well, for years you've been telling them you're fine. Now all of a sudden they don't know how to respond because you're saying something else. So we have to continually find a way to express our feelings, especially in our closer relationships, and not let it be this barrier that develops between us. Now, there's a third way that this also impacts us, and that's our physical consequences. The mind and body are so intricately connected, and the toll of saying, I'm fine, can manifest physically as well. Suppressed emotions can contribute to increased muscle tension, headaches, digestive problems, and even chronic pain, joint pain, inflammation, all those things that are pain related. The stress response triggered by unaddressed emotions can lead to a compromised immune system, sleep disturbances, and even to heightened risk of various health conditions, including susceptibility to common colds, sinus infections, and other more severe illnesses. So as you can see, if you're not really being authentic with the I'm fine response, there's a trickling down effect that affects all of your whole being and ultimately impacts your health. Now, lastly, there's this idea that we are ignoring self-care when we are using the I'm fine response. When we consistently dismiss our own needs and respond with I'm fine, maybe we even say that to ourselves, we neglect our own self-care. We prioritize others' comfort and avoid our own vulnerability. We deny ourselves the opportunity to seek support, engage in self-reflection, and address our own needs and challenges. It's not easy. It's not easy being vulnerable, but neglecting your self care can lead to burnout, decreased self esteem, and a diminished sense of fulfillment. So we must break free from the I'm fine syndrome. And we can do that by practicing self awareness, pausing and reflecting on our true emotions before defaulting to I'm fine, and acknowledge and honor our feelings, allowing ourselves to be honest with ourselves and others. We can embrace a certain level of vulnerability that feels comfortable to us and understand that it is not a weakness. Opening up to trusted friends, family, and professionals about what's going on in us and how we feel can offer invaluable support and understanding. And obviously, reaching out for professional help when it's needed is something that we should all take advantage of when those moments arise. But more than anything, breaking up with the I'm fine syndrome cultivates mindfulness. It helps us connect with our emotions and cultivate self compassion. Using things such as meditation, journaling, or breath work can help develop a greater understanding of our inner world. And it creates our own safe space. We can foster environments where honesty and vulnerability are valued and protected. And we can encourage open communication between our relationships, allowing others to feel comfortable talking to us. So, choosing to break free with the I'm fine syndrome can be transformative to our own health in mind, body, and spirit. We are embracing honesty, vulnerability, authenticity, and we open the doors to authentic connections, emotional healing, and personal growth. Again, it's okay to say you're fine if you truly are, but seek out those opportunities where you can give a more expressive answer and really open the door to create genuine compassion and connection to yourself and others. To work with me on your holistic health needs, you can set up an appointment at dragonspitapothecary.com.